Hi, this is Walter Montero, and you're listening to this week's edition of the Real Estate and Mortgage Show.
Hey guys, how you doing? Walter Montero here with the Real Estate and Mortgage Show. Welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in again this week. We've had a couple of interesting shows in the past. I don't know if you've caught them or not. I interviewed a guy last week by the name of Chris Prefontaine, a guy out of the States, smart, wicked real estate investing. Anyway, check it out. Most of his approach, just so you know, is for the American market. So be cautious of that when you're listening to the show. He's certainly a great guy, and I'm not certainly questioning any of his approaches or motives by any means. Chris is a really good guy. Looks like he's got a good business on the go. But a lot of that stuff you can't do up here in Canada. So just be aware of that, because they have different ways that they can sell property down there. Us, not so much. We do have obviously other approaches, but it is an American approach. So if you're looking to invest in the States, it's probably a really great course. If you're not, maybe consider some Canadian stuff. I don't know. At any rate, just wanted to bring that to your attention. We had another guy on a little while ago that was offering the same type of thing. And again, the American market is awesome. I know every time I look at properties online and on Realtor.com and Facebook and that sort of thing, I just can't believe some of the values they get down there. But at any rate, I just wanted to reach out to you guys today. Today is March 28th, 2022. And obviously, if you're in the market as a buyer or a seller, you're probably noticing a bit of a change in the marketplace. There's no question about it. You can feel it. The inventory in our community here is up, probably upwards in the vicinity of 30%. I hear nationwide the inventory is up about 23%. We've had a few rate hikes in terms of mortgage costs. I think right now, from what I understand, I think the best 5-year money out there is at about 3.5 or 3.6. Pretty high. It's not high, but it's a lot higher than what we've been used to, especially over the last few years. So these couple of things have definitely had some sort of impact in the marketplace. It's been a very eclectic market. I had one real estate colleague call it a bipolar market, where some ends of the market haven't been affected at all, and there's been other ends of the market that have just had a complete slowdown. So it is a real weird market. As a buyer, you're probably ecstatic because you're not running into as much competition, perhaps, at the offer table. Sometimes you are. I've had, situations where you've got crickets on offer day, and I was just talking to a colleague this morning that said they had over 100 showings on their listing, and the listing's been on for about a week, and they have already had 10 registered offers. So, it's a real weird market, hard to pinpoint as to which way it's going to go. Obviously, there's some uncertainty in the marketplace, what's going on globally, what's going on with oil prices. Obviously, the conflict in Europe is obviously causing, I think probably more than anything, a bit of a pause in the marketplace. But where is it going to go? If you go by traditional metrics, and they're telling us that we're going to get a couple more raises in the interest rates. Well, interest rates tend to, when they go up, they tend to drive the market down. So is that going to be the case? I don't know, because we're still, even though the inventory has gone up that much, there's still a real inventory low. I think the guy that I was listening to by the name of Ben Rabideau said that there hasn't been an increase in the inventory by this much in percentage since 2003. So, and that could very well be the case. But I'll tell you this much: when you've got no inventory, 23% is hardly nothing. So, at any rate, that's where we're at. Don't know where you guys are at, but if you're looking to buy, I think you're probably going to see the comeback of conditional offers. Wouldn't be surprised to see conditional on financing, which would probably be a really good idea, given that, if values are being challenged, you want to make sure you're not putting yourself in a situation where the bank is turning down the deal because they feel you overpaid for it. So conditional on financing might very well be making a comeback. Wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of conditional on inspections, especially if you go to the offer table on offer day. You're the only girl at the dance, as they say. You're going to have some power to be able to insert a couple clauses that up to now, over the last few years, you've been sort of forced to not include. So at any rate, that's what's happening in our marketplace. The average price range has not really changed. It's still pretty much the same, hovering just under $1 million for a single family property. What we have noticed is a drop in showing activity. Now, the system that we use to measure the metrics on showings is strictly company based and through a company called Broker Bay. And we've noticed that the showing activity from last month to this month is down about 40%. So it's significant. The traffic is down quite a bit. And again, what's causing that pause? We don't know. I think it's probably, like I said, interest rates, gas prices, buyer fatigue, all of the above. How long it will last, who knows? But that's basically what's going on in the marketplace. So if you're looking to buy or sell or refinance or invest in mortgages, give us a call. I mean, obviously now more than ever is probably a very important time to have a professional working in your corner. Now, the other thing that I found very interesting is we took on a listing in the Toronto area last week. And, that's such a strong, robust market. We're getting, multiple showings a day. And so it's very different than what's happening outside of the GTA. What that's going to do, who knows? I've been in this game long enough to remember back in 1990, in the late 80s, we had a lot of people move here from GTA. And as the market slowed up and sort of started to become parallel in terms of values, basically what happened was people started to move back. I don't know if that's going to happen here or not. It could, but nonetheless, it is what it is. It's always an interesting time. It's a wait and see game, right? So let's stay tuned, and I'll let you know what's going on in the marketplace as it unfolds. Okay? Thanks for listening to this week's show. We'll probably be back, within a week or two. We've had a few people request to be guests on the show. I don't know if you guys like that format or not. If you don't, send me an email, walter@maximumresults.ca. Say, hey, we don't like the guests. The guests are great. I like them. I love doing them. But if you guys don't like them, you're the audience, you're the boss. If you don't want to hear this stuff, just let me know. But if you do, maybe suggest some people that you'd like me to interview. I'd be more than happy to bring them to the table and offer you what they have to offer. Okay? Anyway, have a great day. Hope you're enjoying spring so far. Summer's around the corner, and we'll talk to you soon.